Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose to. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some resting.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Gordon on first down. Oh, what a move. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Second down, Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's 3rd and short. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon, able to slither by. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the... And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Keenan Allen, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Off the bootleg. Rivers rolling to his left. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They get it to him running left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Rivers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Red.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Throwing Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Carr now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he fires one incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. Third down here.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Throwing his car on third down. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Benjamin. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field.
Hey, Delta!
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one goes for 36 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And he's got room. It's spinning now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go play action here on first down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Red.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Dances by him. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. Flushed out right. And he's going to find the man, Keenan Allen. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Rivers gets it to Gordon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here you go, man.
Going with a big fullback, Watt. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. It's the fullback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And now Rivers will lead the Chargers up to go for 2. Now Rivers. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, good footwork on the spin. A second spin.
Turning and turning and turning.
And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Now on 1st down. Brown with a stick skills. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down. That's Jenkins. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Try to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage, he's by himself. Keenan Allen. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Carr. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And now spinning away. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Yo, Chief.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Chargers getting set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Seen Melvin Gordon do it a variety of ways running the football. How about that last run? Had a little shake and bake to it there, didn't he?
He did.
Kind of reminded me of when he was at Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in a single game. At that time, that was the NCAA rushing record, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then a week later, Samaje Perine broke his record with 427 yards against Kansas. Rivers on first down. And caught right side, Green. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing, Rivers. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Nevin Lawson with a pick. A second spin. The intended receiver there, Allen. His defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Now Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Shotgun now for Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Carr now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's first and 10 here. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Carr will try it again on second down. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Carr. Being chased out left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Isaiah Crowell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. He'll try and run it with Martin, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a two-score game here in the fourth. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Set! 390!
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, LA. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And it's a fumble. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
So out comes the field goal team once more. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Raiders. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. From the gun, it's Carr. It's complete to Graham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Raiders on the move, a couple of big plays in succession.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Carr now to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And now here is another interception. Desmond King picks it. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Hands to the up man. This is Watt. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
380.
A toss play, Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure.